Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to Take-Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check Take2Radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take-Two Radio, and thanks for listening.
Hey, good evening, everybody. This is David for Take-Two Radio Soaps and Review, subbing for Pam tonight. And with me so far, I have Candace. God bless
Hi.
you.
Hello. Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did. It was too short, though. If that makes sense.
It did. I mean, I had
How was yours?
It was nice. I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today off. So
Okay.
it was nice. It was nice.
That's good.
It's time to go back to work, though, tomorrow. So
I had to go back today, so there you go.
you went back today?
Uh-huh.
Well, while we wait, we got Anthony is stuck in transit, and I'm hoping he makes it in safely.
Okay.
Why don't we? I got a couple of things down. I know from the last show we did, Candace, at the end you mentioned the Emmys.
Yep.
And
Yep.
can you fill us in what's going on with the Emmys this year?
Okay, so obviously you guys know that the 50th annual Daytime Emmys that was going to be broadcast on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus, it was postponed, obviously, because there was 2 strikes going on. They proceeded into each other. A lot of people felt as though that they were going to cross the line. Okay, we had the writer's strike that ended early, right? And then it was the actor strike. And keep in mind, daytime soap-wise was not affected by any of this, okay?
Right.
So there was a decision that was made from the National Arts and Science, from Adam Sharp. Hey, Adam, how you doing? Who made kind of a plan to celebrate the Daytime Emmys. Now, here's the thing. We all know it comes on Fridays. In case you didn't figure this out, the Daytime Emmys comes on Fridays. It's been a tradition for a while. Okay.
Right.
They made the announcement that they were going to do the gold and silver Emmys. Now, let me explain what those are. This is going to be on that Thursday. So basically it's 4 events that's going to happen, okay? Now, originally it was 3, but this is how you got to be a detective. On Thursday, on December 14th, it's the Gold Blue Emmys, which recognizes those who've been a part of the industry for anywhere between 15 to 40 years to maybe 50 years. Obviously, Renee Watson, who you guys know as Stella, some of you guys know as Fresh Prince Mom. Some of you guys probably know her as her voiceover work from cartoon series over the last years. She's one of the recipients of the award. Also, Wendy Rich. I don't think I need to even say where she's from, but just for the fun of it, she's over at the Beta series and the show that she was on, General Hospital. I believe it's General Hospital winners as well. So that was Thursday. That's actually confirmed. So then there's 2 events on Saturday. It's the Family and Children's Emmys and the Creative like creative arts and lifestyle. Can't call it creative crafts anymore because that's not what they call it. So they're obviously left one day in between Thursday and Saturday that needed to be addressed. And I kind of told everybody, I said, watch it, be this date. They made the announcement that December 15th, live from Los Angeles, it is going to be the 50th annual Daytime Emmy Awards live on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. This is very interesting because in a couple of weeks afterwards, like in January, it's the go around for the next Emmy cycle, which is so the Daytime Emmys will be seen. So happy holidays.
Happy holidays to us.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
I'm glad they. I mean, here's the thing. I know a lot of people are saying this. There was going to be something because I couldn't see them not doing anything. Obviously, there's no new shows coming out the rest of the season until January, February. So the sort of in my head, I said, I wonder if they're going to do a 2-hour special, like, you know, have the ladies, I shouldn't say the ladies anymore, the host of the talk, or Kevin Frazier, who was this year's host, along with, and I can't remember her name, and I apologize. But
I can't remember her name either.
Yeah, I want to say Michelle Turner for some reason, I don't know. But they're the co-host of Entertainment Tonight, which is, I think, is a nominee this year. They're coming back for the second consecutive year to host. So I kind of thought they were going to do something, you know, pre-taped and everything. But I'm glad that it's going to be live. This year's Lifetime recipient is Susan Lucci and Maury Povich. So, you know, that's going to be good. I can't wait to see who. Like, I think people forgot who was nominated, so you can go onto the DaytimeEmmys.org to find out who was nominated this year. And, yeah.
And there we go. I went to Google before I got here, and I got you the nominees.
Okay.
All right. So where are we going to start? Okay. We got, why don't we, want to do guest performer?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'll find it. That's, okay, culinary family dinner. All right. Guest performer. Here are your nominees for guest performer. Robert Newman, The Young and the Restless.
Mm-hmm.
Allie Mills, General Hospital. Kevin Spiritus, Days of Our Lives. Cassandra Creech, The Bold and the Beautiful. And Steve Burton, Beyond Salem.
Okay. So let me just explain this because I think a lot of people sometimes get this is the category that since the dawn of time has changed their rules so many times that it's not even funny anymore. So the original concept was that the actor had to play an original character. Let me repeat this. An original character, not somebody that's been on the show before, not somebody that has a long, and then they changed it to if they've been on there for like 15 episode count. Then
a 15 episode
again.
count.
Yeah. So then it changed into something completely different, and here we are today. If I go based off of the original format, it would be Cassandra Creech. Cassandra is the new character.
She's a new character.
She's the new character. It's an original character. So yeah, that would be if they would by the rules, the correct rules, be her. However, I'm going to say this. I love Allie Mills. I really do. Trust and believe, I do. I love Kevin. We've had him on the show. Can't wait for the new season, the final season of After Forever. Like I said, I love Cassandra. That's my girl. As more turns, she already knows. I'm going to be honest, the real fight is between Steve Burton and Robert Newman. And I'm going to explain for those who are like, wait a minute, what? Again, it's the concept here. Steve Burton technically did only 5 episodes of Beyond Salem because it was only on for that week. So again, if I'm applying the rules, technically speaking, Steve Burton, and not for nothing, Harris is sort of a new character to a lot of you guys because I think a lot of people forgot. Yeah. General Hospital wasn't his first go-around, folks. It was actually days, and it was only for a couple of months. However, if I have to go by talent, and this is not me being biased, I can separate my, Robert Newman did an amazing job.
He did. I have to admit.
So to me, it's going to come down between Steve and Robert, but I'm not going to count Allie out. I will say that.
Allie had about how many? Did she make the cut?
I mean, she had more. See, here's the thing that's why I said about Allie, because to me, Heather Weber was more of a supporting than guest performer. That's what I'm saying. Like even, and I can even make the same argument for Robert Newman. Robert Newman and Allie both was on there for a duration of almost like 3 months, 4 months, right? So technically they should be in supporting. That's why I said the rules for this category is so it's everywhere. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. Hi, Anthony.
Hello.
Hi, you made it.
Hey.
I'm so glad.
I did. My heart is palpitating like you wouldn't believe. Miami traffic, a rally for someone that rhymes with the name Dump, caused all kinds of delays.
Yep. We just went through guest performer, and we're going to do it periodically. Yep. We're going to go periodically throughout our recaps, and you guys are going to pick the one you want.
Do you just want to start with that?
I think we should go through that and then do the recaps. That's me personally.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I have to say, for guest performer, this is a very, very hard category. I have Kevin Spiritus as a front runner because I love the character. I was okay with the storyline. I love, the braveness of it all. But then there's Allie Mills, man. There's Allie. And, I really thought, okay, when that was first announced, if anybody can possibly give us Heather Weber, we watched the Parade of Vivians on Days of Our Lives, and they were all great in their own way. But Heather Weber is that kind of character that you need. You need to have the quirky, crazy. You've got to have it. And so, as much as Kevin, if you're listening, I love you, man. I love you. But my vote goes to Allie.
You're going to Allie Mills, and
I'm going with Allie.
You're going, and Candace, you're going.
I'm going with Robert Newman. Again, Steve Burton, Allie. Let me just prep, like I said, if I'm going based off of performance, because again, this is why I said, Anthony, you just came on. I said if I'm going based off of the original rules, you remember the original rules for this category. It would go to Cassandra because Cassandra played an original character, Grace Buckingham, or Bold and Beautiful. I would then say Steve because, again, a lot of people don't know Harris. That they don't know that this was Steve Burton's original first, foray into daytime. Then you have Robert and Allie, who to me is more supporting than guest performer. And then in the mix you have Kevin.
I'm going to say this. My money on who's going to actually get it is Steve. And this year, I would say if that's the case, it's a fan favorite, industry favorite decision rather than based on performance. Based on performance,
Right.
I think it's between Robert and Ellie.
Mhm. So we'll see.
We will.
Let it be known,
We'll
General
see.
Hospital has been winning this category lately, though.
Oh, hold on.
So
I gotta turn myself off. Keep talking.
Right. so okay.
All right.
So
Candy, what category are we going to next?
for outstanding younger performer in a daytime drama series, the nominees are Keeping You in My Prayers, Jocelyn Jack, General Hospital, Henry Joseph as Douglas Forster, The Bold and the Beautiful, and Anthony's winner is
On performance, it's between Douglas and Eden. I think it'll go to Eden.
okay.
I think it'll go to Eden.
David, what do you have?
I think it'll go to Eden, but there's a part of me that's rooting for Henry.
Okay. So here is my problem. I have a problem with this. I'm going to probably get in trouble for saying it, but I think a lot of people have been saying it. I need for this to be the final year of them combining. Because it's not fair. I'm going to say this. I know there was a controversy about Eden being in this category where she's the
I remember
oldest
that.
of the younger performer, okay? But I will say this. Next year, let me just preface this because I just did something. And I'm like, oh, it's even fair. Like, it's an even battlefield for younger actress and younger lead, okay? I'm just going to keep it real. When it comes to this category, they all have some good material this past year. I know Eden's front, and I know Henry is, front. And I'm not taking it away from neither one of them. I personally think that Henry might get it, but I'm not going to get Terry Christopher, who plays Thomas. I think he may get it because those scenes, because people forgot about this, when he was talking about Abby and saying how much he misses her, and Chad and him went at it when Chad said, I wish she was here too. And then that's when Thomas was like, I want my mommy, not you. I'm going to tell you something. I felt that scene. I was like,
yeah. Ladies
and gentlemen, this is the next generation of Days of Our Lives, folks, right here, right there. So this is a tough category. I'm going to be honest. This is actually the category that I think a lot of people are going to watch.
Here's the thing. Eden / Jocelyn really, this is a case also, could have been in supporting at this point. I have said for a bunch of years that they should have.
They remember so this was another thing this year. The age bracket dropped for younger because they went from 24. They went to 24 to 22. Then they was like, okay, if you're under 22, I think it was 23, 22, you can still be in it. So that's why there was a question about. And shout out to Victoria Grace because she did have a nomination, but it was conceded because they found out her age. But girl, I'm gonna tell you something. Next year, put your reel in for supporting. Okay, I got you. I know which episodes you can submit. Call me. Okay. But this was the case where Eden actually is in that category. Now next year, if they change it again, which they probably will, because Lord knows they have to do it. She could be in supporting. But this year, it was a whole controversy, but I think Eden, I know some people are going to say Taviana too, and Avery. I see
Avery
some
Kristen
points,
Pohl, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I'm just like, okay, this is where we need to separate those categories, because I'm like, I get it where everybody was saying, oh, that's not fair, but at the same time, this is not Eden's fault. This is the rule's fault. This is the Academy's fault. So let's see what happens.
When it comes to material, thank you. Excuse me. When it comes to material, if Douglas was older, we'd be saying the same thing. The amount and the quality of the material that was given and produced, because everyone in this category brought it this year. Both of those could have been in the supporting. I've been saying for years that there needs to be another category introduced. But the controversy is, what would you call it? Would you call it teen? Would you call it transition? What would you call it? But there needs to be more than lead, supporting, and younger.
Young ingenue? Go back to it.
Maybe young ingenue and young leading male. Absolutely. But they absolutely need to separate this category back out. It is not fair because there are so many performers and performances that are being overlooked because they had to get the big guns into this category this year. And it's because of the rules. My call is Eden. The material, I looked at the reels, man. It's Eden.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see
You didn't see
Of course, I've been busy, so I haven't seen anything.
No, I might have just slipped my tongue when I actually saw them through an email from someone, from a public source.
I will say this. I'm going to help you out, MP. I'm going to say this. If you watch the whole year, let me preface this, because I know some people were questioning, and when we get to it, when we get to supporting actor, a lot of people were saying something about one particular actor, and I said, you guys have to remember the whole year, not the last 6 months or 6 weeks. And yes, some of these actors do put together a reel based off of one episode. But if you out there, yes, you listening to us, you know what they submitted. You don't even have to put two and two together. Like, it's like common knowledge of certain things that they put together. So, I mean, obviously that's a vote that still, but when I say still to be released to the public, I can say this, it's still being voted on as we speak to allow the reels to be shown this weekend as well as next. I don't question this. I'm just trying to say, wow. Let us see the reels. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
David gave the pick. So where are we going next, Candace?
We're going to actually supporting performance in a daytime drama series. Actor. The nominees are
Actor.
Nicholas. You want to do it?
Actor.
Yeah, for
Go
supporting.
Ahead.
Okay. The nominees are. I feel like I'm actually at the award. John Lindstrom as Dr. Kevin Collins and Ryan Chamberlain, General Hospital. Okay, so the real. Okay, good. Robert Gosselin as Marshall Ashford, General Hospital. Show the real. Okay. Dan Fergal, my future husband. E.J. Demure on Days of Our Lives. Show the real. Chad Duell as Michael Corinthos, Last Quartermain, General Hospital. And Nicholas Chavez as Spencer Cassadine, General Hospital. Okay, let me go first with this.
Go ahead.
A lot of people say, you know what I'm going to say. A lot of people were saying, why is Robert Gosselin, Gosselin is nominated. Let me just break it down to you. Earlier this year, and when I say earlier this year, I mean actually so you got to go back last year. Let me preface this. This was 2022, okay? I think everybody's getting this. This is the nominees was based off of 2022, not 2023, but 2022. Okay, so let's remember last year when Marshall was sick. Hence why him and I was going to say Sonya, oh baby, Epiphany, and all of that. There was some good things with him last year. And again, you don't have to have a whole year. You can give me 10 minutes of good material, and that might get you something, okay?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. Now, John Lindstrom. Let me just say this. First and foremost, shout out to John Lindstrom because he also is in a class of those who can play two different characters. But sometimes you forget it's the same actor. So he's in the class with the late great Anne H. Everybody, come on. David Canary, Tony Geary.
Yep.
The list goes on and on of people who can play dual roles.
Right.
He was smart for what he did. He tied the story together. Again, 2022. Okay? We had some stuff with Brian. Y'all remember that. And with Kevin. All right?
Yep.
I mean, look, if we're going to do this, let's just call brass tacks here. The popular vote goes to Nick Lachey and Spencer Cassidy. And no, it's not because of the fandom. I'm gonna stick that right now. It's because Homeboy has shown. And Anthony and David, I don't know if you guys agree. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if you guys would agree with this, but this is the next Tom Pelfrey Johnson Jackson.
I absolutely agree. I have a different perspective.
Okay, go ahead.
So I absolutely agree. What I think is John is going to have a strong showing of votes. So is Nicholas. I think Robert is going to get more votes than we expect, and that kills it. The category just got shot. And now I'm going to backtrack because I don't think that this person is only going to get it because of the breakdown of the category. My man, and you keep saying it, go back to 2022. EJ had some good material. He had some really good material, and the real, if what I think is on it, these three are unfortunately going to cancel each other out. I'm sorry. Chad might get a couple of votes. Yeah. I'm sorry. Chad might get a couple of votes. Yeah, it could happen. Absolutely. They're going to cancel each other out, and it is not because it is not well-deserved, because he had some good material. That's my pick, David.
It is tough because my choice actually is Dan.
All right.
Because I remember,
and I have to say this.
My choice is Dan. Yeah.
All right.
Simple.
Good choice. The young ingenue kind of thing, maybe that's a blended category, and it's young ingenue, heartthrob man, leading man, whatever, because that's where Chavez, because he can't go to supporting either, that's where Chavez should have been.
Because he's 24.
Just saying.
I mean,
but he wasn't when that stuff was produced. I don't know how that actually. I'm not sure how that.
Where do you draw that line?
Yeah, I would say because he made it. He made that cutoff, the cutoff of the age. So, and not for nothing, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I do see, Spencer did have some good material. Nicholas did have good material last year. Let me say that again. Last year, okay, he did. It's just this is because when we get to lead actors, it's the same problem, but there's a difference, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. This could go either or. This actually could go either or because, like I said, Nicholas is the popular vote, okay? Yes, he had some good material, okay? He did, but, okay? So did Dan. Dan had some solid work. This is where the dual role can either favor you or not favor you, okay?
Because, that is true. We do have the twin connection to think about. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, here's the thing. Yes, it worked for Tony, and yes, it did work for Dave, but there was the 1 year that it did not work for Tony Gary. It was the 1 year that it didn't work for such other people who did it. So it's a 50-50 with that. The one that everybody is sleeping on is Robert. I'm telling you, that's gonna be the shock of the night. If Robert if he can pull it off, and because again, when Marshall was sick, him and Epiphany, him and Curtis, again,
they were good, Candace. I don't think that he does not deserve to be in the category. They were good, but when you put it against Dan, and you put it against John, and you put it against Nick, they're just not as good.
But here's the thing. I want to say this. I'm going to also say this. Sometimes the hype isn't all. That's the emotion that gets you the win.
I agree with you, and I'm gonna give you the counter to that. The writing was not good, so he produced greatness out of not good writing. Those should count in his favor. But I think when they watch all the reels, it's gonna be two of them absolutely stand out. Nicholas, I think, stands out, but I think Dan and John are the two that really, performance-wise, have it completely. And so, if the generals cancel each other out, Chad too, Chad has some, then that leaves Dan. If the writing was better with the acting that Robert brought, oh my God. But I think that's gonna actually hurt him this time, or in this situation.
Right.
David, any thoughts on that before we move on?
No, not really. I think you covered it.
All right, Candace, let's go to our ladies.
Hi, Candace. Supporting performer in the daytime drama series for actors. Please welcome Indie Series Award winner Candace Mack from Forever and a Day. Hi, everybody. Hi. Okay. I always wanted to do that. I was so conceited. Okay.
And I gave you the perfect music for it.
I can't. Okay. This year, these women supported as well as performed. The nominees are the Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series, Kristen Allen, Taylor Hayes, The Bold and the Beautiful, Sonia Eddy as the Tiffany Johnson, General Hospital, Stacey Hadid as Kristen DeMiro, Days of Our Lives, Brooke Kerr as Dr. Portia Robinson, General Hospital, and Callie Tebow as Dr. Britt Westbourne, General Hospital. Okay. Do you want me to say my part? Because this is going to really hurt.
Go ahead.
Okay, so a lot of people saying this on social media when the nominees came out. The nominations come out. I'm going to say this to those who said it. Sonia Eddy does deserve to be on this list because, again,
I
definitely
100% agree. Yep.
She had some material the beginning of the year, again, with Marshall, as well as one of the scenes where she talks about her and Milo and her becoming a doctor. I know some people was like saying, oh, they're going to give it to her because sadly she's not with us anymore. I'm going to tell you something. Even if that's like, if they do give it to her, she earned it. I'm going to say it like that.
She earned it.
When I look at this list, this is another good, solid list. Yes, there's somebody I would have put on here, but you have Kelly, who did support
one last year.
A storyline. She supported 2 storylines last year. Brooke Kerr as well. Stacey, this is a solid list. This may be the top of the night. And I think one of them definitely is going to be Sonya. And I think the other person is going to be Krista Allen.
Oh, I think Stacey Hyduck.
You say Stacey?
I do.
Do we see, I'm trying to remember, did we have both Kristen and Susan?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did.
But here's the thing, though. She's only being nominated for Kristen DeMille. Unlike John Lindstrom, let me backtrack this.
Whoa, wait a minute. That changes everything. She's only being nominated for Kristen? Oh.
Right. Oh. Now do you see why because here's the thing. If I was Stacey, to me, the strongest character between the two of them was Susan versus Kristen DeMille. Okay? And I think because this was around the time of the Devil Possession, because Eileen Davis was back playing Chris. You know what I'm saying? So to me, the strongest character was Susan DeMille was Susan Banks, because she was turned into a cat. She was the devil.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot going on with Susan versus Kristen DeMille. Now, again,
Honey, the cat was the best.
Right.
I said the cat was the best. Yes.
That it really was. Yes. Now, next year for the 2020 nominees for the 2023, Stacey can go for Kristen DeMille. But for last year, it should have been Susan Banks.
Yeah. All right. So I am going to amend my answer to say I agree. Having said that, Kelly gave the most amazing performances of her career. She threw herself into it. And she definitely deserves to be in, but it doesn't stack to Krista. Krista put the work in, man. And that was a character that was so firmly established in Hunter Tylo's, as Evanescence, that, Krista really pulled it off. So I absolutely agree with you. I would love to see a tie, and those would be the two ladies that we would see.
Yeah.
David, what do you think?
I'd like Krista to get it. I'm not sure about a tie, because I can't think. I'm going to go for Krista.
Okay.
Respectable, my friend. Respectable. So, Emmy nominated Candace. Are we going to do ladies back to back, or are we going to hop back to men?
You know what? Let's go. Let's go for the ladies that brunch. Here's to the ladies that brunch. I want to know if they got that date settled because that's a picture that I love seeing when all the ladies come together for the luncheon. Thank you, Flannery and Erica Slazak. Thanks for starting that. Guys, how come y'all don't got nothing like that? I'm just asking for her. Okay.
They go to the bar.
They sure enough did. Well, the guy like guys do. Hey, for outstanding performance from a lead actress in a drama series, the nominees are Sharon Tate as Sharon Newman, The Young and the Restless. Even though she's not Sharon Newman, she's still Rose Lottie, but okay. Melissa Claire Egan as Chelsea Larson, The Young and the Restless. Finola Hughes as Anna Devane on General Hospital. Jacqueline McInnes-Woods as Steffi Forrester Finnegan, The Bold and the Beautiful. And Michelle Stafford as Phyllis Summers on The Young and the Restless.
Okay, this is where I have to say, reminder people, we're voting on 2022, not 2023.
Nope.
Go ahead, Candace.
Okay. So let me just preface this. You have 4 previous lead actress winners, and you have a newbie who is the Susan Lucci of nominations so far. Girl, here's the deal. Once again, this is a CBS heavy category.
It is.
Yep.
This is a Young and the Restless heavy category. And I'm going to tell you something. This is a legit list. This is a legit list. Let me just say this.
Agreed.
I think everybody who saw this list, 129% said hell to the yes with this. Because this was the list, and let me break it down to you right now. Sharon Case with the whole Ray's death story.
Ray's death.
Yup. And the cancer stuff, too. Melissa Claire Egan, the Ray stuff, Fanola Hughes, Peter. Sin. Her placement with Valentine. Jacqueline McKenna's with, should I even say it? Should I even say the darn storyline that got her? Sheila, her thinking Finn was dead. Oh, my God. I'll come through, though. And then you got Michelle Stafford.
I can't make up my mind.
With her obsession with Diane and all that jazz. Let me tell you something. If this isn't a tie, if this category isn't a tie, I don't know what to say. Because I want everybody to win. But if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right.
Me too.
In the previous years, and Anthony David, you know what I'm going to say. Tom, this was a category that had Laura Wright and Mark and Nancy, right? Okay.
Yes.
There was the year that Marcy Miller and Jackie was the new girls in town. There's a new girl in town. Okay, we don't got the rights to Alice. Okay. Jackie has won back to back. It's now time for either quote unquote, when I say this, I don't want anybody to get offended. This is new blood. Melissa Claire Egan is, even though she's the vet, she's also new blood in this category. Sharon Case has not won since the 90s. Okay?
Right.
Michelle Stafford, like early 2000s. So this, if you want to take a mark on the 50th, Jackie, like I said, she was new blood, but she's now a vet. She's now considered, you know what I'm saying? This is the 50th.
She's got more than one.
Let me just do this. Anthony knows where I'm about to go at. This is the 50th annual Daytime Emmy. Fanola Hughes made history. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know Fanola made history. I'm going to say this. Like I said, this might actually be the all jokes aside, this may be the category that has the tie. This may be the category that has the tie in it, okay? I can't even pick. That tells you something. Because if I could, I would throw Emmys at everybody. Like, you get an Emmy, you get an Emmy. But I know we got to get it real. We got to keep it real, right? If I had to tie, let me just say this. Fanola would be one of my winners, automatic. Because her portrayal as Anna doing the whole Peter stuff, including when she left Peter to die.
Right.
Oh. And this is why Fanola is the MVP of our genre, okay? The second runner-up, and this is a tough one. Here's the thing. Melissa Claire Egan, bless you, girl, because you pulled something that I don't think a lot of people give you credit for. You went there with this. You went there with this.
That's what I'm saying. It is going to tug at everybody watching it. I'm sorry.
Right, because it was too real. She
ascended. Yeah.
But at the same time, do not count Jacqueline out, because let it be known, that was trauma that we saw with her. That was wrong.
And I ride that train with you exactly, but it is the third year curse is going to hit her. Fanola, I'm sorry. So, girl, I have to give you the props on everything you said. In my eyes, Finola transcended also.
Yep.
That was pure agony, grief, and relief, and you just believed it all. You believed every moment of it, and I love you, Christina Wagner. But thank you for putting her so close to Finola in all those scenes, because it only highlighted it more. I love you, Christina, but you play the same. No matter what's going on, you have the same character essence about you. You a pixie girl, and don't ever change. Finola girl.
Nope.
So I think the two ripping performances that are going to rip at the heart are the ones that are going to get the votes. Jackie was absolutely, but Jackie's was rage and what's
right.
not dumbstruck, but
yeah,
both Melissa and Finola, they let go and they went to that other place, and I think that's I think that's going to sway it.
David?
I can't make up my mind. I just appreciated every one of them. I am sensitive to Melissa because I'm close to the subject matter.
Right.
And I'm watching her perform. Take
reality.
It, and yeah, she took on reality. I think Missy's going to be a very strong contender with this one. I won't be disappointed if she does not get it, and I won't be disappointed if she does, because I think she's so. Then you go. So I'm going to go with Melissa because I'm just sensitive to the topic.
Right.
Well, then I'm going to jump back in and say we gave love all the way across the board. Sharon, we were not leaving you out, my love.
Oh,
you
no.
most definitely went there, too. Wow. None of these ladies does not deserve to be here.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is the category. This is the category that everybody will agree. Everybody deserves to be in this spot. Everybody. Now, there may have been one or two that should have been, but for the most part, these are the ladies that led. And shout out to Michelle Staff, because I don't want you to think I forgot about you either, boo. Because you did your thing, especially when Diane came back and mustered up your whole world.
Mm-hmm.
How it drove you to a certain point. And I will say this: don't be surprised next year if you see Michelle Stafford's name on lead actress again. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yep.
Okay. So as far as this goes, this is. I asked a lot of people about their picks. I tell you that everybody is sort of the same way we are. It's like I just want a tie. Like I want to give a 5-way tie. Give everybody. This is gonna be. This is tough.
Oh, yeah, no, and this is what makes it so hard, because this is the only show left. So this is the only award for the year, and you said it before. There are ladies that really, if they were in this category, we wouldn't be saying they don't belong. But
right.
How do you pick?
Yeah.
All right. So,
All right. Now,
coming to the stage right now is the vivacious, the fabulous, the co-executive producer extraordinaire, Candace.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I just want to say that everybody in daytime, behind the scenes, and in front of the scenes are the hardest working people out there. Besides people on the front line, military workers, parents, teachers, and child care workers. Thank you. All right. Oh, yeah, y'all know I already had that planned, right? That's always wanted to be my speech. Thank you. Now it's time for those men who yummy, every time we turn on the TV, not only they're hot, but they're talented. Here's a nominee for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series. You like that? I should present an award one day. I'm just saying. The nominee.
Right.
Maurice Bernard as Sonny Carresso's General Hospital. Peter Bergman as Jack Abbott, the Young and the Restless. Billy Flynn as Chad DeMere, Gaze Wild Eyes. Thorsten Kaye as Ridge Forster, the Bold and the Beautiful. And Jason Thompson as Billy Abbott, the Young and the Restless. Okay.
Again, let me just do the public service announcement. 2022, folks.
Yep. So let me help you guys out.
2022.
People already previously won a Daytime Emmy. Two of these actors have been nominated in different categories. Well, no. Billy has been in different categories, lead and supporting. Thorsten Kaye has made history
so
yet
has
again.
Jason.
Well, no, wait a minute, but this is why I said it. You got 3 previous Emmy Award winners, Maurice, Peter, and Jason. Billy Flynn has been in both categories. This is what I'm trying to say.
So has Jason. Jason's been in supporting too.
But you're missing what I'm trying to say. You're missing what I'm trying to say. I was going to say that Billy's been nominated, but he hasn't won.
Oh,
that's okay. Right. And then Thorsten Kaye, it's okay. And then Thorsten Kaye is making history yet again because all the has been nominated for lead actor, not supporting. And that's a true statement.
That is true.
His work on All My Children, Port Charles, and on here, he's always been lead actor. So
that is true.
We don't have new blood, but technically we kind of did, in a sense. I'm going to say this. Maurice Bernard as Sonny Carressos with the whole Nixon Falls and the aftermath was good. Because you did see a different side of his acting versus what we've normally seen. Okay? So his was more method than physical. I'm like, okay. You have Peter Bergman. I mean, my God. The most nominated actor on, probably besides Eric Braeden and Kristen LeBlanc, on Young and the Restless is Peter Bergman. So when he found out about his grandchild, Diane, Phyllis, and all that, and Ashley, come on now, Billy Flynn, even though the storyline sucked, his performance when Abby was killed was solid. It was solid.
It was solid.
It was solid as a rock. Okay, we're not saying that song. Okay, cool. Then you got Thorsten Kaye. The whole shooting, the Brooke and Taylor stuff. Okay? Yeah, I mean, do I got to go there? Okay. And then you have Jason Thompson with Billy's mental illness, helping Chelsea out, and other things. This is also a category where I don't think nobody is arguing who's nominated.
Nope.
First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the Emmy judges who got it right. I'm standing up for you. This was a good list. Because again, 2022, not 2023. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I think everybody knows who's probably going to get lead actor for 2023 on all these shows, right? Okay, I'm just saying. However, when it comes down to it, do we pick the new blood? Or do we go with a classic favorite? Do we go for method, steady, or emotional? I'm going to start with Anthony first.
So Maurice is going to submit a montage of scenes as both Sonny and Mike. And the scene when he finally confronts Nina, the rage, the animal, but the Mike that comes through in the same scene, okay? there's no way he is not submitting that as part of his Emmy reel. So I have to point that out. All right. I'm skipping over Peter.
Are you talking the scene where he finally remembers he's Sonny and
yes.
And
yes.
And Nina's there?
Yes. And I have to say this. If Cynthia Watros had ended up on the list this year, I would not have been a mad person at all. But yes, I'm talking about that scene that will definitely be part of his Emmy reel with good other Sonny and good other Mike pieces. I guaranteed. All right, Billy. And Candace, you nailed it. With really bad writing, he pulled off amazing disbelief, grief, anger, stunned, stupid. He pulled it all off. So, there you go. Refresh my memory. There's someone before Jason Thompson. Oh, my God. Thorsten Kaye.
Mm-hmm.
Thorsten Kaye.
So,
the CPS stuff.
I don't really have to say anything. When they give him something to play,
then he plays it.
You don't ever think he's an actor. You're just there with him. It's just that good. And then you have Jason Thompson, who I think went places he's never gone before in his acting this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only imagine he's real. But I think it's going to go to Peter. And Peter gives you everything in the classic Peter way, and he had everything to give us in 2022. And it's been so long. It's his turn. I don't know how. It's not Maurice's turn this year. Jason, as good as the work was, these two men, three men, I don't know, Billy. I don't know. Two men. It really for me, it's between Thorsten and Peter, and I think Peter gets it. David, you go first. Let's let Candace sweep us out.
Oh, jeez. I'm trying to think. Give me Peter's.
Peter found out about chemo, Diane, Ashley. Yeah.
He has to deal with Phyllis and Kyle.
Yep. And
yeah,
Kyle.
Peter had so much. There was so much, and it was all good. They were all good. They were all good. But Peter just did Peter this year. He brought it to every single thing they threw at him, and they threw.
Yep.
They threw the whole house at him. People say the kitchen sink. Forget about the kitchen sink. They threw the guest toilet bowl at him, and he caught it. Candace?
Okay. When it comes down to this category, this hurts me because there was so much. This is why I said, if you watch the whole year, you already know what the real could possibly be, right? So, all right. Because there's a couple of things that just stood out to me, but the big one is when he found out the truth about what Thomas did with the CPS call and how it affected his relationship with Brooke and Taylor.
Yep.
When he said that you weren't my son anymore, that right there, that needs to be on the reel. Thorsten, if you're listening, hi, how you doing? When he was talking about Steffi, when Steffi was shot, and how that's going to traumatize, he broke it down.
Yes.
Thorsten Kaye, let me just clarify this right now. I've been following this man since he was Patrick Thornhart to that to now. And again, it's not like he's even. This is how good of an actor is. He's like Anthony. I think you said it. He doesn't even try. And I don't mean that in a bad way. We do not mean that in a bad way. It's so natural. He has a natural reaction and emotions to all of these scenes. And the chemistry trying as hard to perform that to you. That is an actor right there. That's an actor right there.
I agree with you. This is all these.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
sorry.
trigger, two triggers was Billy Flynn and Jason Thompson on different levels. You had Jason Thompson, who, by the way, I am so freaking glad he won that Emmy that year, and I was so proud of him.
Me too.
This year, his mental state was in question, as well as other judgment. Okay? And you kind of saw if I may say it, kind of a growing up moment for Billy Abbott that we haven't seen in a very long time, especially with Chelsea. I know everybody has something to say about it, but, he was doing certain things. He put his kid away. He, keeping that. Remember, he was going toe-to-toe with Ashley Locke and Victoria and Victor because he wanted to keep the kids safe. He wanted to do all of that. That was a part of the real too. Billy Flynn, again, this is what happens on soap. You saw him getting ready to have his happy ending. When I say, Chad, right? He had his happy ending with his wife. They were happy. He was happy. And then the worst thing possible happened. And he had to try to bounce back from that. Him and Kate, him and EJ, him and Cyrus, him and see a growth in Billy Flynn because, again, Abby was murdered for no apparent reason, Dave. Sorry, my fault. I'm sorry. I think that. But you did see, and then the scene, again, that broke me was when he was yelling at his son about him being upset about Abby's death. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go on YouTube.
Go and YouTube it. Yep.
Because that right there was like, it was exactly what I needed. Again, the storyline, but the performance was good. Again, it's Peter Bergman, y'all. I'm just saying. When him getting to know Allie, him finding out Chemo died, him and Diane, when Diane and him reconnecting, him trying to talk to Kyle about accepting Diane. Come on now. Like, seriously. And then
there's so much.
Bernard, like I said. There is so much that this category, again, is CBS heavy. It is heavy, too. Again, when I say this, Maurice Bernard, I love you. I hope you stay for another couple of months on General Hospital. I already know how this is going to play out. Billy Flynn, baby, I love you too. And I do feel as though you have been passed. You've been overlooked a couple of times. Jason Thompson, I'm going to say this. Definitely next year. But if I'm going to do it, I got to look at Thorsten K as this being the year for him. I love Peter Bergman. Don't get it twisted, y'all, because that's my second pick. But if I have to do it, Thorsten K really showed himself this year. So, I had to do with time.
You made a case. You made a case. Either one of them is the winner, and there has to be one that isn't, and that sucks. And the other three are winners. They're all winners because they gave performances that you will never forget.
Yep.
That you will never forget. All right.
And I got to do this too. Okay, and then we're going to do our recap. We promise. So I really want to talk about. Outstanding drama series because this. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. When this category came out and the nominations came out for this, a lot of people's mouths dropped. It dropped to the point where it was like, y'all need some tissue? Do y'all need for us to wipe this up? Like, what do you want us to do here? Because this, I'm going to tell you something. Anthony and David, you already know what I'm going to say. If this happens, okay, but we're going to give you the nominees first. Outstanding drama series that we watch: The Bay, the series, The Bold and the Beautiful, Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, and The Young and the Rough. Some rule changing for this.
Yep,
there was.
Almost 2 years ago. And you can thank the following people for this: Frank Valentini, Brad Bell, Ken Corday, I said Frank, let me see, Ken, and Josh Griffith for this. They wanted to open up the drama series format, because there's always been talk about the digital series creeping up and being a part of the outstanding drama series. Now, if you guys remember last year, Beyond Salem was a part of this, because they and let me clarify, there was some heat because of that, because the original platform, the original rule was, if it wasn't a spinoff, it wasn't going to be nominated. If it was a spinoff, they could participate. Hence why Beyond Salem, because, well, they're the spinoff of Days of Our Lives.
It was a spinoff.
This year they decided if a show has more than 15-episode count, like for digital, they could be eligible for this category. Well, guess what?
And that's why
who got it? That's why the Bay is in it. Now, real quick, Forever and a Day could have been nominated, but we're audio, and I feel some kind of way about it, but it's okay. We got an Emmy Series award. Anyway, sorry, that's me being shady. Okay, I'm gonna say this. If the Bay the series wins this category, Anthony Davis, you feel me what I'm about to say, right? If the Bay the series,
it says a lot.
It's going to say more than a lot. It's going to wake some people up, because I'm watching the new season. Okay, it gives me everything that I want for soap. And let me clarify this. This is the problem that the four soaps are having, because they're running on network interference. The Bay does not have that. Shout out to you, Giorgio, because I know you never said you wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They go there with their storyline. The Bay is a representation of what the genre used to be, and why we have been fans of this genre for over a dozen of years, okay? If the Bay wins, first and foremost,
it's an eye-opener.
It would be an eye-opener, but certain people will have some bragging rights. What's up, Wendy Red? What's up, girl? I see you over there. Okay. But that would be explosive if the Bay wins. Now, let me say this. They're trying to make a statement with this about the digital drama series. Just like with Beyond Salem, they want to include everybody.
Right.
Hindsight. Even though if the Bay does win, that's going to be the shock of the night. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull the plug a little bit. Who I think is going to win this overall is Bold and Beautiful. Can you guess why I'm putting that out there?
Sheila?
Let's see if you know. Yeah. They shocked the audience with the ultimate twist, as well as overall performance from the ensemble. I know people say, he showed the same people every single day. No, that's an ensemble cast, because everybody was affected some way or another with this. I'm not talking about cinematography. I'm not talking about original music or writing. Overall, last year, Bo gave you the following. Tell me if I'm wrong, you guys. Drama, high-stake drama. There's a difference, right? Suspense, romance, as well as it just rolled. We went from we went Sheila Taylor. We went through this. Oh, Finn's alive. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. We got Bill. We got Lick. We got all this. It rolled. It started out with, it was the conclusion of CPS stuff. It rolled into, into Thomas Hope stuff a little bit. It rolled into that. They had a good structure for their year.
Okay. Candace, I agree with you 100%. Bowls out of the network shows had us going up and down. We were on the Carnival / Six Flags Great Adventure ride that we want from our soaps. Yeah.
That's a great adventure.
There are other shows that almost had us there, but Bowls consistently gave it to us. So I have to say this right now. I love the Bay. I am so glad they are in this category. They so deserve to be in this category. Having said that, if it's truly based on the overall year body of work, it doesn't fully compete. Go on, tackle the next show. Oh, David, what do you think?
I mean, real quick, the Bay did do, I'm going to say this. The Bay did do, again, the Bay did storylines that is similar to, One Life to Live. So, seriously, I will compare the past season of the Bay that they're nominated for reminds me of One Life to Live.
One Life to Live. I absolutely agree with you. But if it is done, if the category is considered, if you guys that are listening do not know about the Bay, I suggest go watch it.
Me, Anthony, and David, go watch it on Popstar. It's on.
I gotta go.
On Peacock.
I have to catch up.
Yeah, because it tackles storylines. They did the Black Lives movement. They did talk about abortion and incest and drugs. It's a soap that, again, we grew up with the William J. Bell. We grew up with Ashley Nixon. You keep in mind, the people that's over at the Bay were there for this kind of stuff. Again, Wendy is over there, okay? Susan Dasty was over there. You have some of the actors from your shows, Mary Beth Evans, Ron Moss, Brandon Beamer, Riel Andrews, the late, great Jackie Zeman was over there. And she delivers this season, by the way. You have people over there who know what is a soap, okay? Not saying that the other shows don't. Right here, this is what happens when, again, you do not have network interference. Period. Go ahead, David.
All right, I'm gonna take us to The Young and the Restless for a second because I think it needs to be said they gave us a plethora of good, really good chunks, but overall they didn't take us up and down, up and down. They took us on one of them bumpy haystack rides where all you get is a bump here, a bump there, and you're in a nice pasture. Compared to Bowls and the Bay. And one more soap. I do think one more soap almost brought it. But go ahead. What's your discussion on Restless, Candace?
Restless for the
Started
year.
up.
It started, as everybody knows from the show. It didn't satisfy me as a viewer, but there were certain parts of the show that did. It wasn't until maybe October of last year that they finally turned that corner and started acting like a soap. So, yes, the race stuff was solid, but it got overshadowed. And all that was solid. That was good. The return of, I never thought in a million years I would hear the name Chemo coming back from Jack Abbott's mouth. That was a solid storyline, and it got interrupted. So Young was kind of borderline. Yeah, it was kind of borderline. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was in the middle. But it got really good. It got more interesting as they got ready for their 50th season. So I will say that. Now, Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Days has interesting moments. EJ and Belle was probably the biggest shock, right? the conclusion of the devil stuff and the aftermath with James. You got Kevin and Kevin and Nancy and Leo, which that was a very controversial topic right there. But then it got with the whole murder stuff and whatnot. Dave had a structure. Let me clarify this. They had a structure, but something got lost in translation. They were solid. They were solid material, but something happened along the way. Can they pull it out, though, is the question. What do you think?
Yeah. I think, I think given the chance, I think they can pull it.
Now, Anthony, you still on with me, right? Or did he drop?
Anthony? Oh, he dropped. Hold on.
Okay.
You back?
Yeah, girl. Yes, I'm back.
Okay. So
yeah, girl.
So the question I had, did you hear the question that I asked? Or no?
I heard. I'm completely there with you. Days of Our Lives gave us some really great moments, but they went zigzag when they were supposed to zigzag. This year I don't think the body of it. No, not contending with others. All right. Did David go? No, David didn't go. Yes, he did. Right before I did.
Yeah,
he did.
Now,
all right.
Let's Breast Tech, General Hospital, real quick.
They need work.
They need work now. But for the 22 year, this was my runner-up contender.
Really?
They need work now. Yeah.
They need work now. They've needed work on and off.
To me, the only saving grace for General Hospital, I'm going to be honest, because last year was a horrible murder mystery. I've never seen a serial killer take off holidays more than I saw that serial killer in General Hospital.
But honestly, think about it for a second, Candace. The conclusion of that came the very end of the year going into the new year.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is I'm looking at last year, okay? So last year, to me, the solid story was the whole Nixon Falls stuff.
Agreed.
Kind of the conclusion of it, as well as Britt and Jason, and all that stuff.
Exactly.
To me, again, I would say it wasn't the strongest. It's sort of like Days of Our Lives. Both, like I said, you have the Bay. I'm going to take the Bay out for a minute. Okay, if the Bay wasn't nominated, I look at the four soaps. Both, to me, gave me everything that I needed for me as a soap viewer, because we were all gaslighted. We thought Finn was gone. We thought we were going to go back to the same old triangle with Stephanie, Liam, and stuff like that. You gave us a shock of, okay, wait a minute, because of stuff that Thomas did, it interfered with Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor, right? Okay. And not for nothing, shout out to Quinn and Carter over there, because that was a part of a storyline last year as well. Many people didn't like it, but some people did.
It fell a little.
So to me, it's like, I feel as though if I'm going to do, so it's like, if we do it, okay, Candace is going to do what I do in school all the time, the order of stuff. Both would be my first pick.
You have to give me a moment to respond there for a second. Because I agreed with you at the top of this, and I still agree with you. It goes to both. But this is the reason why General Hospital is my runner-up. Most of the year was the build-up of the murder mystery, and
Hold on, we forgot something. Wait a minute. You're right. Mm-hmm. GH may clinch it. Because you know what I totally forgot?
Carly and Jason?
No. Peter.
Oh, Peter. Exactly. That was coming out of my mouth next, I swear. And Peter.
Peter was the beginning.
As much as people hated Peter, they pulled people into that storyline, and they milked it for all it was worth. They gave us Anna kill. Oh my God! And watching him die. and staying with him. And, you know, they really.
But see, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because, again, even though I said Peter, Fanola got that nomination because of it, right? Okay. Overall, the whole year,
so
though, again, the Nick and Fall stuff. And yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Yep.
And Candace, we throw it away, but it was also pretty damn popular and hated so much that it made it interesting. The Carly Jason stuff.
That's true.
That's true.
So we'll see what happens.
Notice in the hospital, we're not saying anything about Finn, and he did have storylines. I'm just saying. Ooh, did I say that out loud, Candace? I think all people heard that, didn't they? No, yeah, let's pretend I didn't say that.
Because then it takes me back to, oh God, last year was the whole Elizabeth stuff. Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
let it go.
Let's not go there.
Okay, let's go. What's up? You know what? I totally forgot about seeing that usher in. Yup. Woo!
Yeah. All right, Candace, I got one question for you before we do recaps because I've had family here and it's been crazy. Is it true? Is he going to the Young and the Restless? Is that actually true?
Who?
Roger.
I didn't hear anything.
All right. This is what
I told this online twice, and I have not been able to verify that.
Okay, so this is what I had heard. I heard, and keep in mind, I said I had heard, okay, that, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, so I heard, and let me preface this, heard, nothing official. I heard that scouts for Young and Dave have been looking at Roger. I would not be surprised if he goes at Dave, though. Because, well,
Scout, you said?
Is looking at him.
I didn't hear that.
I don't trust Dave to do good with him. I do trust the Young and the Restless.
I'm going to tell you something, though, but think about it. There is a role that Roger Howard could play, and it's going to be his kind of role. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now, Roger Howard, Emmy Award winner, as Peter Blake.
Yes.
I just swallowed a little bit of my own saliva. I absolutely love that idea.
I do too.
Yeah, I can very much see. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I can do casting, too, you know.
I know you could.
All right, Candace, what soap you want to go to first?
You know what? While we're talking about Days on Lives, let's talk about Days on Lives. Let's talk about it.
Yep.
Get it out in the open, girl. Share with us.
Get it out in the open.
All right.
Another baby switch.
It's not. Before I get to that, let me address the Gabby stuff and the Bell
please,
stuff.
girl. Please go, girl, go.
Okay. Camilla and Martha, I'm going to miss you. We all going to miss you. And that was dirty, what happened, okay? I'm calling it for what it is.
Yep.
So Gabriella Hernandez-Samira, her saying stuff, which I don't, this the plan to get back at Kristen and Brady agreeing to have this girl pretend that she was abused. I felt sick to my stomach with this. Gabby's going to record the girl saying that mommy hit her by putting some makeup on her for Halloween. I'm like, okay. So it's all in part of getting the shares for them, okay? All right. So then what had happened was Dimitri and them was into like an argument and stuff like that. So Dimitri had a gun. And Leah was like, no, I can't live my life without you. I can't have you go to prison. True love right there, folks. Okay. So that's the next thing you know, Dimitri and was, you know, singing out. He gets shot. Lights go out. The lights go out in Georgia. Came back. Dimitri shot. He stabbed. Now, this is where common sense. So Gabby and them were like, okay, we gotta go. And then Gabby was like, no, I gotta go get the knife. Then Wendy and Trip comes in. Wendy's like, ah! Story short, Belle was assigned to be Gabby's lawyer. Y'all can tell this was a setup from the higher up. So, long story short, Gabby is going back to prison. She called her baby in Venezuela with Will and them, and that was it.
That's it, yep.
For a crime that she did not commit. Okay.
It's a shameful act, but not
I'm so mad at this.
I can't with this one.
I'm so mad at this. I have real agita feelings. This was so dumb. They could have sent her out in so many ways. Or, and gasp, people just gasp as I say it. No one's ever really dead. Or they could have shot her. I'm sorry. This was just a really bad way to do it. I didn't want her shot either. There's a million other ways they could have exited her off the canvas. And Martha, oh my God, gays, seriously?
Oh no, wait, I didn't get to her yet. I didn't. Let me. Okay, real quick. I want David's thoughts about Gabby before I get to the Belle stuff and the Sean stuff because we did lose Brandon Beamer too. So, David, what was your thoughts about the Gabby exit?
My thoughts on the Gabby exit? Like I said, it was a shameful exit, not her fault. I thought I had more in mind for her exit. I thought it was going to be graceful, but higher ups. I'm surprised.
We're not afraid to say it.
It makes me applaud Martha's decision more, seeing that now, and it's just awful. I think I wish they could come back in a proper fashion.
In a year from now, there could be, some weird twist of fate, diamond found, that if you put it in the sun in the right moment, you can go back in time and change everything. You never know with soap. Girl Martha.
Okay.
Girl Martha.
Let me say this. Well, let me get to the Belle stuff real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me just say this about Gabby. I don't use this word a lot. I really don't. On here, I think I've only said this word approximately 4 times. I hated this decision. I hated the fact that this girl went to jail yet again for something that she didn't do. To me, I'm sorry. I'm calling you guys out at Dave and Sony. This was such a slap in the face to this character as well as to the fans. Because I thought that, okay, if you're going to have her, quote-unquote, kill Lee, right, I thought that she was going to skip town and go and be with her daughter. I really did. And, yes, I saw the rumors of Gabby was going to die, he was going to get killed off, and I kept saying, no, she's not, because that would take too much investment in the storyline. And we all know behind-the-scenes decisions was a factor in this, okay? I was like, are you serious? She's going to jail for something else that she didn't commit. So are we going to do a who done it storyline? Because if that was the case, then yeah, hopefully in about a couple of months we get a recast, if not Camilla herself. But then again, you killed off Lee, which was not a good, smart decision. Storyline decline? Okay, I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
Was Remington part of the
storyline? Now, let me just preface this. There was a Sony budget cut. That is true. That, I believe, was a part of the budget cut. I don't believe that it was because of the other state, because I think it was the girl who played Talia. Yeah, the girl who played Talia and Remington was a part of the budget. Now, let me talk about Belle and Sean.
Yes.
So Sean has decided that he's going to get some help. He's going to get treatment for his alcoholism that came out of nowhere. And he's going to be closer to Bo and Hope because he needs that. He needs that. He decided that he does not need Belle to be with him, that he needs to do this on his own. Meanwhile, apparently they have somebody else better for the job, a.k.a. E.J. Demure. So Belle is gone.
Yep.
Go ahead, Anthony, because I can't with this one either.
I can't either.
I know all the drama that went on behind the scenes, but you just shot 4 arrows. There were other exits that have already happened that were arrows shot at the heart of the core of the. You spent years building legacy in these characters, and you just that's worse than what General Hospital did to Elizabeth Weber. It's just.
I don't know about that, but.
We could debate that another day. I'm just.
Yep.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. They can pop out of prison in a couple months under another storyline, but nah, man. You've taken every character and shaded them out as you let them out, so to speak. That's how I look at it.
Yep.
David?
I want Martha back. I wish there was something I could do, but I can't.
I want Nadia back.
It's just awful, but I understand her decision. And seeing what I saw, I don't blame her.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So here's my problem. And this is not because of the current situation that was at date. This has been a problem for almost a decade now. Anytime there's a budget cut, the first two people, this is becoming a problem.
Yeah.
To me,
that seems to be.
Whether you want to say this or not, Belle and Sean was the next generation's leading couple. Okay? They are the kids of two of the popular couples of Days of Our Lives. You, Days of Our Lives, do not have what General Hospital used to have. You do not have the next generation. I mean, you do have them, but as far as the ones that we grew up watching. You do not have Philip Kiriakis. Shout out to John Paul Bassier because, baby, you did your thing for a minute too, okay? Shout out to Nadia because every time you turn around, and I'm with your mom on this one, Nadia. We can talk later. But you don't have Chloe. You don't have Belle. You don't have Sean. This is a problem, Dave, this is a problem that I'm noticing is that you invested in them when it was convenient.
Yes. And they expect us to continuously sit along for the ride.
Right. To me,
they'll bring them back again.
Right. But see, here's the thing. If they come back, I don't want. And let me clarify this. When I want them to come back, I want them to stay and have because to me, Afima, who I think is going to probably get a nomination next year for supporting baby. But the problem is that if you wanted me to invest in Belle and Sean with this whole breakup and him sleeping and stuff like that, there's something that I needed to do. I needed to be more invested, and you know why I needed to be more invested? Because I needed to see them on the show.
Yeah.
They need to be featured much more than they have been.
So, okay, so we got that. Okay, let's talk about the baby stuff. So, y'all know that after Leo and Dimitri, Sal Jada, they took her car on the same road. Right. Nicole was there. She had some ice cream, She probably saw Dawson Murray's dad, too. I don't know. For those who got that, thank you. EJ was on the road. Everybody was on the road. It was a Friday night. Everybody was happy. And then all of a sudden, swerve. There was an accident. Nicole went into labor. Leo had to be the savior and everything. Meanwhile, Melinda, she tells Eric and Simone that the baby that they were going to have, the baby boy, was now no longer going to be there. But then all of a sudden, thanks to Jesus himself, there was a miracle. So Nicole gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. But guess what? When she came to, there was no baby. And Dimitri is gone. And Leo is like, huh? And everybody's saying, what baby you talking about, Nicole? There's no baby. But Nicole swears up and down she has a baby. Meanwhile, Dimitri comes knocking on your door. Yes. Dimitri's like, knock, knock, knock. And Melinda opens the door, and they pass off the baby. And then Melinda says, you have a baby boy. Here, nobody's going to have to know. Because Melinda's upset because Paulina called her out saying, you are a weak excuse as a lawyer, and you're not going to be a DA, and that's why EJ is the DA. So Melinda's all upset in her feelings and stuff like that, acting like Christina from Grey's Anatomy. And no, that's not a stereotype. It's just the way she was acting, okay? Thank you. And then, so Melinda, she goes ahead, she tells Salone. Salone's like, do you think we can get away with this? I kind of feel bad about it. Needless to say, Eric is a proud father. He's Liam. He's like Liam. He thinks he adopted a kid, but it's really his kid. As
he ended up adopting his own kid.
Right, and Nicole and EJ, they're mourning their third child. For those keeping count, their third tactical child. But there was some really good scenes. Again, Dan, Ari, Greg Vaughn, that's your baby for the Emmys. But the scene that got me, Anthony, you was there, David, you guys was there too. While in the hospital, they told Nicole that her baby died. That it's cremated, all that stuff.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
She had a guest. She had a visitor who came in and talked to her. And she called him Dad. And it was Abe.
It was Abe.
He may not have all his memory, but he knew Nicole.
He feels.
Okay, disgusting. Yeah, he feels. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was excellent.
James Reynolds, get your nomination next year, too. Okay. All right, so where are we going at? Who's going to go first? Anthony, David?
Go ahead, David.
We still on days? Let me see. So, geez, I think we covered everything with days that we know.
I mean, what do you
Johnny
think about
and Chanel are back together. We got Tate and Holly trying to
Sammy and Lucas
mess it up.
Right there.
Okay, I love me some Tate.
Let's give it to Emily O'Brien, who is killing it as Teresa.
Oh, I forgot about that. Maggie and all of that, darn it.
Yep. You want to take Constantine there, Anthony?
All right. No, I have to go back for a minute. The baby is pure soap. I'm like, okay, hey, y'all really being nasty here. Good. Okay, this is what I've been waiting for. Yeah. Going back to Gabby for a second, and that whole, what I don't have anymore is a sustainable investment set of core characters. So now I'm trying to figure out where my investment's going to go next, or where they want my investment to go next. I like Melinda. Melinda gives that I don't know. Like you said, that shade that only Melinda can give. So I like her. Okay. I think I'm done. Candace?
Okay. Okay. So this is a typical soap trait. We all know this. Nothing in my eyesight will always, here's the thing. Yes, it's the anniversary, because I think people forgot about this, of when Nicole did the swap with Sammy, with Cindy and all that stuff.
With Sydney.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
no,
that's why I said, Nicole, this is Nicole's and when I say this, I don't mean to be mean or anything. It's just this is Nicole's karma. This is exactly what she did to not only Sammy, but to, what was that girl's name? What was that baby girl's name? That the baby really did die.
One that had the...
I can see her. She had blonde hair. Come on now. Help me out, y'all. Y'all know what I'm
talking about.
Anyway. No. Crap, what's
You're talking who had the baby first?
Yeah.
The baby that she switched with?
Oh, that's right.
Her?
Oh, my God, I forgot all about...
I can't remember her name.
Yes,
no,
I can
not
see
me.
her. No. Oh, my gosh. You guys know who I'm talking about. Anyway.
We do.
So to me, I feel as though this is the karma, right? Here's what I'm going to say. Dave, Ron, whoever. I really wish this baby was EJ's, and I'm sticking to it. It's not because I don't like Nicole and Eric, but to me, EJ needed, because if they didn't say that Susan was alive, this baby would have been the thing to keep his sanity intact. However, with that being said, once he finds out this baby isn't his, Dave, I need you to come through for me, as well as Anthony and David and everybody else. When I say this, let Dan play evil.
Yeah.
Let EJ go dark. Because that's what you did. You had a dark, pissed-off person in charge of the law. You made him a DA. That's the story. He's going to go after people now when he finds out that baby isn't his. He's going to pull up all the dirt on everybody, and he's not going to care. Ari Zucker, like I said, next year, your name better be in lead actress category, because it broke my heart when that confused look on her face when they said, "What baby are you talking about?" And she was like, "The baby." And then when they told her the baby died, shout out to homegirl who plays Stallone, because you can see it on her face that she's conflicted on what to do. And that's where the story takes a twist. Because for a minute, I thought she was going to be a little Sammy, but I see who's going to be the new Sammy of Days of Our Lives. Hey, Howie. How you doing?
Yep.
Even though I'm not all the way invested, I'm liking the presentation. And also, look, I love Greg Rickhart. Y'all know how I feel about Leo. I feel as though Leo is going to be a redeemed quality in this. Dimitri, thank you, because I needed something other than him. I needed something for me to be like, ooh, And yes, I saw people, Anthony, David, you probably, heard about this too. There's some factors of this about One Life to Live. Look, when it comes down to reign supreme here, all my children want life to live. That baby supreme, okay?
Yeah.
With that being said, we got to stop doing this. Days of Our Lives has done baby swap storylines before, but this one is going to be a little different because
there's no other baby.
Right. So can we say it's a baby switch storyline when there's no baby? You know what I'm saying?
There's no other baby to switch with.
This is going to be interesting.
What? It's going to be. It's going to go in a lot of places. But let's jump over to General Hospital.
So I have 3 words. I miss Lois.
Okay, absolutely. I miss Lois too. We're gonna get to her in a minute. Charlotte. I take back my words from the last time I was on this show. It is not a good storyline. It's not it just isn't. But then they redeemed it. I think, I'm loving every minute of this. I am predicting that Sonny and Anna are heading to Coupleville. I love the dementedness that Charlotte brings out. Having Anna, I'm loving every minute of this. I don't care a whit butterfly wing about poor Finn and his malpractice suit. They have nothing better to do with poor Elizabeth. I'm glad that Chief Hospital Doctor little boo is getting some screen time. Oh my God. Yes, thank you for bringing Gloria. Lois has been such a breath of fresh air. Thank you, God, that he had. I did not need a full episode of The Little Mermaid. Thank you very much, General Hospital. I did not need a full episode of Sorry. I had to digress there for a second. Lois has been such a breath of fresh air. Find reasons to keep her. Keep her. Keep her, General Hospital. Expand the storyline and keep her. Having said that, okay, who haven't I covered? Oh, Austin, bye. Mason, bye. Don't know what you're going to do with Ava right now. Robert and Diane, okay, you flirted with us enough. Give us something. You got to give us something. I know they're old, but they're actually both attractive, so give us something. Oh, okay. If Sonny forgives Nina, I'm gonna blow a gasket. I'm gonna blow a gasket. The phone call in the middle of the meeting with Ned. Okay. Cyrus, here's my theory. Y'all did not have to break him, get him out of it. Y'all didn't have to make him the bad guy again. You have Selena Wu, and there is such potential. Y'all did not need to give us Cyrus Part 2. We didn't like it the first time that much. He's a great actor. He is an incredible actor. But the story, no. So there's good and there's bad, and that's General Hospital. Yes, David.
Do you think that the Jameson Forsythe thing was early wrap because the real writers are back and they needed to end it?
I hope not. I hope it's a red herring and there's something behind Pikeman, because if they just let those things wither away like other storylines, I'm going to be really pissed off. This whole rumor thing that I've been seeing about the real shooting motive was Curtis. Okay, if that's Wu, Miss Wu, all right, game on, then I'm back in. But other than that, the Jameson thing does not make any sense right now. I hope it is a part of a bigger thing.
I was hoping to see whoever it was going to play him, but there is that missing element in Anna's story that her papers are gone now, and someone needs to have it. So I'm hoping that's a follow through, but you never know. I don't know.
Well, I hope it's not Heather Weber. That's all I gotta say. They better not close up another storyline using Heather Weber. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think GH. I think the former people who was writing during strike probably had an idea of who it was, but now Dan and Chris is back. So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna help you out, Dan and Chris. The person that's stalking on Anna is the one, the only. Surprise, surprise! It's her twin sister, Alex, and Peter's not dead. Curtis in General Hospital, weekdays on ABC. Moving on. Because we're not enough time. Okay. I'm going to try to do this real quick. Bold and Beautiful, Eric Stein, Rich Nose, Brooke and Ridge are together forever. Thomas Hope.
Did they have to do that episode?
What, for the bridge stuff?
The bridge stuff.
So let me explain that because a lot of people are like really confused. This month, marks 10 years since Thorsten Kaye took over the role of Ridge Forrester. It marks 10 years since Catherine Kelly Lane and Thorsten has been working together as Brooke and Ridge. So they thought they'd do that. But there's a bigger point, a bigger picture of a picture. By the way, shout out to Thorsten Kaye for letting them use the ABC One Life to Live photos. Yes, I remember those photos, baby.
I caught that.
Photos. Hey, I remember those photos. Okay. With Eric allegedly dying, has anybody noticed something a little different with Bold? We don't got too much time, so y'all just say yeah, so I can do it.
Yeah.
Are they bringing?
God.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Everybody has taken a new spot on the show.
Yeah.
Ridge and Brooke are now the matriarch and patriarch if something happens to Eric of the Forrester family. Hope is now unleashing her into Brooke, and Steffi is just like her grandmama. Liam is about to go into his villain era.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's about to be a new season, literally, for Bo. If, again, because they're playing the certain beats that Eric is dying, okay?
Right.
So it's interesting because now you also got, shout out to Zenday. He ain't lying. But you also got to play with Luna and RJ and Zenday. And is Luna Bill's kid?
Oh, please. Are we going to go there?
Hey, look, Bill is a stud. I mean, everybody probably took a ride on him. I'm just saying.
Well, First it was going to be. First, they thought it was Felony Flo. Could have been.
Okay. No. I mean, this is the thing that they do.
And I guess
because,
with Wyatt out of the way, they give Liam another sibling.
Which will be interesting.
It'll be something for Bill to do. Try to control his daughter. Mm-hmm.
Especially with it being Ridge's.
Does Poppy remember Bill?
I don't know. I would remember Bill. Not for those kind of reasons. Thank you very much for those who've been thinking dirty thoughts. Dirty thoughts.
Well, you're a better woman than me.
Right. Okay, we got 5 minutes. I want to do this right. I want to do this right for the Young and the Restless. The shock heard around the world. Kelly, take us back for daytime. Call my friends up.
Let's go.
J. Eddie Perkins back. Look. Let me get my glee out real quick. I know I got short amount of time. Let me do it real quick. Not too many times do a soap surprise me. The way that Bold and Beautiful is totally different. Bold is completely different. General Hospital, I saw my Brooklyn, my AK, my Emma. But this, nobody do. Well,
no one knew.
Canada, but nobody knew. And you playing the history. Josh Griffin, you can, and I'm going to say this right now. Josh, you was there for us long term during those years. You know how to write dark. Do not, because you weren't the writer at Young and the Restless at that time with this whole Eve Howard storyline. Do not F this up. If you F this up, I know where to go. This is silent. When I say the history, Melody Thomas Scott, another lead actress qualification, Colleen Zane, guest performer, Haley Aaron, Gerald J. That's the thing I'm going to cross with. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Are you happy? Do we know how long Colleen is up for?
I don't care.
A few months. A few months.
Is it only a few months?
It's not. Yeah, it's a few months. I'm going to say I don't care, but it's the fact that, first and foremost, she's playing a juicy role like Jordan once.
Yeah.
This is her thing. She plays dark, conniving. You was there. You saw it on His One Turn. Shout out to PR department because they had the globe. They had the wrong Asphalt Turns theme song, but she still kept it in tune. Oh my God! Just give her all the credentials. Oh my God! Okay, continue. And somebody, and if we get cut off, make sure you listen to the previous episodes on Blog Talk Radio. Follow us on social media. Go, Anthony.
We got 3 minutes. Yeah.
David, go ahead.
Oh God! So we know who Claire is, and what do y'all think of that? Does it fit?
Okay, I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie. I saw tomorrow's episode, Canada's version.
You did?
And I'm gonna say this.
We got a minute and a half, guys.
Go, Anthony.
Well, I'm thinking it might be a red herring.
That's what I thought.
And we'll talk about it in 2 weeks. Just remember I said that. That's all.
Do you think what I'm thinking that it might not be her?
I think we might be on the same page. Yeah, there was a little egg that if you paid attention, and we go talk in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say tomorrow, Young and Russell fans, watch tomorrow's episode and draw your conclusion. But what I'm giving a clap for, it was something that was said that made me really clinch my theory.
I'm right there. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Ken. All right, we'll be back in 2 weeks, everyone. Have a great night.
Yep. Have a great night, everybody.
Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit Take2Radio.com.